welcome to Kohana Studio Podcast. My name is Kate. I am founder of Kohana Professional, nail champion, nail educator, and nail tech with over 15 years of experience. And today with me is Amber.
Hello, my name is Amber. I'm the executive assistant here at Kohana, and I'm also an educator for Kohana Professional. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about two of our most loved Kohana products. So we have Cover Builder Base and our newest addition, Brush on Builder. So we're going to just talk a little bit about them because we just want to let everyone know the differences and maybe when and where they would use them.
Yes, so lately there's a new addition to our family, the Brush on Builder. So we have lots of questions from you about what is the difference, which one is stronger, which one is softer, how we use them. So we just decided to put all of these informations together for you and make this episode to make it all clear and smooth. Okay.
Let's go. So what do they have in common? Tell me about them.
So both of them, they are like a builder in a bottle system, so BIABs, yes? So soft builder gel that is suitable for natural nails overlays to max medium lengths. They are kind of like they not gel polish like this very soak-off, easy, runny product, but they also not hard gel. So it's kind of like between, so it's a soft builder gel, yes? They are still soak-off, but it's definitely, I always say, it's easier to file them, yes? So it's something kind of like stronger than gel polish, but definitely they are not the hard gel yet.
Lovely. So can you tell me the differences between them?
Yes, so the difference, main question. The main difference between them is the strength of the product, So the cover builder base, it's a little bit more flexible, and then brush on builder, it will be a little bit harder. So I would say the brush on builder would be the closest to the hard gel. For example, with cover builder base, it will be only designed for overlays. With the brush on builder, you can do little extension, So maybe kind of, but maximum like 2 millimeters, Not full extensions, but just short extensions you can do it, Consistency in the product, I would say it is similar, but if you take the product from the bottle, it is kind of like the cover builder base. It kind of like feels a little bit thicker product than brush on builder if you take them both like this. But when you start apply on the nail, I think with cover builder base you need to have a little bit more control because on the it can run to the skin quite fast. Brush on builder, it can feel it's kind of like a little bit more thinner consistency, but when you apply on the nail, it's self-leveling really smoothly, but it's kind of like you have a little bit more time to create a structure. Yes? So I would describe this on the beginning kind of like, if you could ask me like, which one is thinner, which one is thicker, I would say the brush on builder is thicker because it's kind of like thicker for me. It means you have a little bit more time to kind of like create a structure. So it's kind of like, but yes, physically comparing the two products in the bottle, cover builder base can feel a little bit thicker over the brush on builder. Another difference in the product is the brush on builder definitely will have the newest formulation. Cover builder base was created since we straight away find out the TPO will be banned. So, we replaced the old version of cover base, you remember? So cover builder base was the first product without the HEMA and without the TPO, yes? So the brush on builder is newest formula. So you can feel after curing the difference in the inhibition layer. It means sticky surface, yes, the cover builder base will have a little bit more sticky surface, and then brush on builder is sticky, but less sticky. So cover builder base always we advise to wipe before you apply any color or whatever the top coat. Brush on builder you don't have to. For example, brush on builder for me is a perfect product to create the old school French with the wiping technique. So for me this is absolutely perfect sticky for that.
Can you tell me a little bit about the strength and flexibility of each product?
Yes, so like I mentioned, so the cover builder base, it's a little bit more, It's still not like flexible like rubber bases we know in the market, but it's still definitely more flexible than brush on builder. Brush on builder, like I said, is step 2 hard gel. Step 2 or step before the hard gel system. So if we would say like for who is the product most suitable. So for example, if you will have a client that the nails are quite flexible, but not very thin, but just generally they're quite flexible, the cover builder base will be very good for that client, yes. But if you have somebody who need extra strength, who is heavy-handed, clients that are working, I don't know, maybe factories, or they just generally use loads of hands.
Use their hands.
Yes, they use the hands quite often. The brush on builder is for these clients, yes. Or for example, if we have clients that are nails bendy, but in the same time they are very thin. Okay, sometimes generally some people have, like me, nails like a paper, yes, so they never grow. Okay, they kind of grow up to the fingertip and then they break, yes. So definitely as well, brush on builder will give you extra strength. Both of them also, I forgot to mention this on the same. What is the same about them is they both not burning. They shouldn't burn in the lamp. Okay, so because of both of the formulation is designed, both of them formulation is designed to have very, very low the burning sensation. So if you feel the burning sensation, it could be because you apply a little bit too much product, or maybe the lamp is not compatible with the product, okay? Or generally the nail plate is overfilled, then you can feel burning. But if you feel burning with these products, tiny, that's okay. It's normal kind of like reaction when the polymerization is starting. So polymerization is mean the product is hardening in the lamp. So the temperature in this process go a little bit higher. So you can feel a little bit heat on the nails, but it couldn't be that the customers in the lamp and they like, oh, they can't stay in the lamp, okay? Or they really like feel burning. That's mean or too much product, or nail plate is overfilled, or the lamp is not compatible with the product.
So can we just talk again really quickly about the differences of how to use them? So you mentioned that you can build a very small extension with the brush on builder.
Yes.
So you just tell us again just the little differences of when you would use them.
So both of them you can use as overlay for the natural nails, but then a brush on builder you can also use as a short extensions. Okay, so this is the main difference. Strength, the brush on builder is a little bit stronger than cover builder base, so you can use for little extension, but 2 millimeters is max. Both of them we apply step by step, is the same. So first you have to mat the nail plate, file the shape first, then mat the nail plate, do your cuticle work, dehydration with cleaner number 1, then apply the primer, acid or acid-free, acid problematic client, oily nail, not client, problematic nails, so like oily nail plate, acid-free for regular clients. Then always we apply clear base underneath, so for example a pro base, yes, pro base cure 30 seconds, and then we apply sleepy layer of cover builder base or brush on builder, depends which one you work with, kind of thin medium layer. Don't cure, take a blob of the product, build your structure, and then go into the lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, so both of them work step by step in the same way.
Mm-hmm. And it's really important, as you say, to use your layer of pro base, because we have this question every so often. So is there any other tips you can give us for application?
So definitely yes, always clear base underneath. Guys, why is like this? Like we say, always do that, yes? Because clear base always will have the best grip with the natural nail plate because it doesn't have pigment. That's why we always use a clear base. Also, clear base give you protection from the pigments, okay? That's why we always apply the clear base first. Another sleepy layer and don't cure. Okay, if you will straight away start building the structure, you can struggle with blending the building layer with the base underneath. It needs to be uncured, so it's nicely start kind of like blending. It is wet, so they kind of like nicely connect together. Nail art brush. Nail art brush have always, I always say this is your best friend. Have it always on the side. For example, I use nail art brush number 8. Not always I need it, but if I need, it's always beside me, okay? So I can nicely move the product around if I need to create the perfect light line, yes? Keep the building part in the middle zone of the nail plate. Don't go from side to side, from one side to other side. More kind of like apply the sleepy layer all over, and then take your building part, apply close to the cuticles, and then when you go kind of side to side, but keep it in the middle. Don't go directly from side to side. Leave kind of like I don't know, maybe like 2 millimeters on each side uncovered, because you have sleepy layer, so it's uncured product. This building part will nicely flow to the side anyway because it's uncured, and this will nicely leveling the product. Follow the light line, yes, so light reflection, the bulb reflection, what you use of your desk light, yes, follow this reflection on the surface of the product application to make sure it's even, okay? So this is kind of my tips for you. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget, give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Today, I wish you a lovely day and chat to you soon.